Hello guys, good afternoon. How are you today? I hope everything's okay over there where you live. Everything here is okay with me, right? Today here in Pachuca, so I send you greetings from Pachuca de Soto, from La Bella Airosa, from the capital city of the state of Hidalgo, right? Today the weather here is a little bit cold. It's a bit windy, yeah, but don't worry, I'm here and you are there. Yes, we are in the virtual session number 3, and in a moment we will start with the activities that you are going to perform during this week, right? But first, before we start, I will give you some minutes in order to some of your classmates attend the virtual session, right? And thanks for first of all for send the activities during last week. Yeah, thank you. Most of them were correctly answered by you. Most of them were very nice, and few of them were a bit wrong, but some of you correct the activities on time, right? And some of you asked me if I want give you the opportunity to send the activities once again. Of course, yes, during this week. And you have to, if you haven't done any activity, you can do it during this week. The only thing that you have to do is to contact me, yes, and send me a message in the platform in Prepa en Línea Online. Yes, send me an English, yes, English text message on the platform, please. Asking me for the opportunity to send your activities that you haven't performed, that you haven't done before, right? It could be from the first week, and it could be from the second week, right? Because we are on the week number 3, right? And soon we will finish the module number 6, right? Don't forget that, right? And well, it's 3 with 2 minutes. We're going to wait for about a minute and a half more. And as you know, guys, the situation in Prepa en Línea is a bit hard for you, hard for us, hard for the leaders that are at the top of Prepa en Línea, for the headers, right? And we are asking you to support your Prepa en Línea from ASEP with the hashtag, right? Salvemos Prepa en Línea. Yes, don't forget to do that, and and try to share everything that you are in your hands in order to get more Prepa en Línea for many years, right? Try to support your facilitators, including me. Try to support your tutors and supervisors too, right? And try to support yourself, your studies, right? You are free to study online, right? So, and please, guys, don't forget to send everything on the platform, right? And try to share this in social networks, in Facebook, Twitter. Yes, the hashtag is Salvemos Prepa en Línea. Yes, from la SEP. Don't forget to do that. Well, according to that, we are going to start working with the activities that we have to do this week, right? And one of the first activity that we have to do is, well, activity number 5. Wait a minute, guys, because the internet connection here is not working properly. A minute ago, I was working with the same, and it was working correctly, right? But now it's stopped. Don't worry, guys. I'll try to fix it in a moment, right? Don't forget. If I haven't answered you a question, a doubt, anything related to Prepa en Línea, feel free to contact contact me via WhatsApp. Yes, you have already had my cell phone number. Yes, and remember that WhatsApp is a fast um, mean of communication in which in I'm in most of the time, right? So feel free to contact me if you want, if you have a hurry in order to get an answer, not in a day, 2 days, but answer in few minutes or in an hour as maximum, right? Well, it's not working properly here, but I'm going to open it over here, right? Don't forget. I'm going to open over here. And what about you guys? How do you feel today? How do you feel the English is working with you? Is everything working right over here, over there? I know you have difficulties, right? But technology is very important nowadays. It helps you to improve your, in this case, your English, right? It helps you a lot. It's an enormous tool, one of the biggest tools that you can use in order to learn a new language, right? In which you can look for information about everything you want to learn, right? A new language, information about history, information about culture, performing shows, travelings, touristic places. I don't know how to write an essay, how to write correctly in English, how to pronounce English correctly, properly. Yes, everything you can get it. You want to get it. Everything is online with technology. With technology, we can have everything, right? Well, if you have any question, please let me know. Okay, and we're live on YouTube too, right? Oh my gosh, it's not working properly. Platform is not working properly, but here we are, and here is where we can do everything possible, right? With the slow internet that I have, right? But don't forget, it's going to work in a moment. Yeah, don't be desperate with this. Don't desperate. Platform is not working properly. It's coming soon. It's coming soon, right? It's coming. It's coming. Well, if you don't have any, okay. Well, let me tell you anything before we start with the activities, right? I'm going to share the screen over here in order to look at what I'm going to do here, right? And what I want to show you, in the first activity that you have to do during this week is about this activity. Oh my gosh. Well, I have downloaded the document. The document I have downloaded. Yes, and this is the first activity that you have to do. Activity number 5: applying for a job. Yes, remember that in the working area, in the human resources area, They always looking for new prospects to work in a company, to work in an office, to work in school, to work in everything, in everywhere, right? You guys have already done these activities, right? You have probably fill in an application form, right? And this is the activity number 5, applying for a job. Read and answer each question in the chart and add an image to illustrate each one. For example, in this case, you have to use, oh my gosh. In this activity, you have to use the modal verb can, this part, and can't. In affirmative form, this is affirmative, and this is negative forms, right? And according to these activities, according to these 2 questions that you have to answer, you have to have 2 answers, 2 different answers. And here it says, write 2 abilities that you can do and write 2 abilities that you can't do. If you do not have to use the verb can, so you have to look on the web, in a web page, right? For example, this part. Well, I have here some examples, but I have here a a picture which it helps you a lot with the filling of these questions, right? It is we can, the verb can and cannot, or can't in a contraction, right? This is how to use it in affirmative form for singular nouns and for for singular subjects and for plural subjects, right? The verb can doesn't change, doesn't change in this case. It doesn't matter if it's singular or plural. And then we have main verbs after the verb can. For example, speak, I can write, you can write, he can drive, she can play, and he can swim. In negative form, we have I can't speak French, you can't ride a horse, he can't drive truck, she can't play the piano, and he can't fly, right? This is negative, this is affirmative, and this is singular, and this is plural. As you can see, guys, it ain't changed a lot. It changed completely. Doesn't change, yeah? Can't speak, write, drive, play, swim, play, see, dance. Speak, write, drive, play, fly, play, see, and sing. Simple form of the verbs, right? And for questions, yes, for example, they can speak Spanish. They can speak Spanish. So we are going to use the modal verb or the main verb over here, can, and the subject at the followed by can. Can they speak Spanish? And negative forms, affirmative forms, and questions, the verb doesn't change. Everything with the verb is the same. And remember, guys, that we use can't for abilities or possibilities. In this case, I can swim. Or for permission, you can use my pen, right? Don't forget to do this part, right? And this is the purpose of this activity, in which the purpose is to express information about your abilities, the likes and dislikes, in a context of an interview for a job. Yeah, what do you need to know? Grammatical uses of expressing abilities, can. Grammatical uses to express what do you like, what do you dislike, what do you love, and what do you hate. And to read simple texts in English and edit documents in a word processor and to record an audio. And you have to complete it, this part, right? You have to do to write. There are 6 questions, and you're going to answer to get 2 answers for each question, right? 2 answers for each question. There are 6. At the end, you have to have 12 answers, right? And 12 pictures, because it says paste a picture of the actions that you are doing, right? And add an image to illustrate each answer. Here's an answer. there's another answer. For example, here, right? Don't forget to do that. And over here, what else? Then on the format, well, on the document, okay, that's what you have to do with can and cannot. You use this picture in order to answer the first two questions, and to write the first two answers. Yes, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is what you have to do. These are verbs that are doing different in English, right? And in this case, you're going to take a look on the questions, right? Well, over here. No, here's a document, right? Correct uses of verbs like hate, dislike, and love. I like to play soccer, I like playing soccer, and I like watermelon water, right? This verb is like, and this verb like, these verbs hate, dislike, and love works the same as the verb like. This could be like, hate, and love plus to infinitive. Yes, you can use like. Okay. I like to play soccer. I hate to play soccer. I dislike to play soccer, or I love to play soccer. Plus infinitive, to infinitive, right? Don't forget to use this part. Then the same here. The same here is what we have to use in here, right? Over here. I like playing soccer. I hate playing soccer. I dislike playing soccer. I love playing soccer. All those verbs, all these verbs are used by plus a verb in ing form, or playing, jumping, swimming, drinking, etc. Yes? And the verb like, once again, with a noun, plus a noun, right? Something like this. Or nouns. I like watermelon water. I hate watermelon water. I dislike watermelon water, and I love watermelon water, right? You can use them in this way. With to infinitive, with a gerund, and with a noun, right? 3 ways to use these verbs, these 4 verbs. And after you study this, you have to complete question number 3, question number 4, 5, and 6. And of course, you have to paste it a picture of it, of each activity that you're performing here, right? At the end, you have to have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 answers and 12 questions according to what you have answered before, right? I don't know if you have any question, guys, related to this topic. Do you have any question? Please let me know, right? Well, continuing with the activity, after you finish, you have to record an audio. What audio is you're going to? So read aloud your questions and answers to the format and record in an audio. Consider that your record lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds as max. Yeah. Some of you have told me that your recordings are not 1 minute and 30 seconds. That are more. Yes. But you can practice more. You can practice how? Here is where you can practice here. For example, here you can type, right, traductor de Google, and then you can write a question and answer. I don't know what you want to write here in English, over here in English, where it says English, and that's it, right? And here, click it in order to listen the correct pronunciation.
What do you dislike to do?
What do you dislike to do? She said. Yeah, over here once again.
What do you dislike to do? What do you dislike to do?
Yes, in this way you are going to catch everything. Yeah. For example, this part, right?
Write two things you like. Write two things you like. Write two things you like.
You see that? It's amazing, right? How can we practice the pronunciation of the complete phrases of the words? For example, here. Um, right.
Right. Right. Right.
Right, for example, in this case, right? You can do many things with the technology, right? After you finish completing recording your audio with maximum of 1 minute and 30 seconds, you're going to save your file in the cloud and copy the link and stick it in this part of your document over here. You're going to stick the URL link, yes? And then once you finish, you're going to name the document as last names underscore is this one, el guión bajo, name underscore and your group, and you send it to the platform. Yes, and that's it. There are no more questions, right? And well, you can use here, you can look for pictures over here, but if you're looking on Google, be sure that in the tools you look for grande or the biggest images over here. Yes, you don't get pixels over there, right? And that's it. That's my first activity. My second activity is about finding a roommate. Before we decide what roomie to choose, yes, it's important to know to be informed about this guy or this woman. Yeah, this guy, this man or this woman, right? And you are going to ask him or her questions in order to know him or in order to know her and to know if you want to accept living with her or with him, right? Imagine that you are as an exchange student in Canada and you're looking for a new roommate in which who is going to share your room with you, right? You're going to ask him or ask her some questions about his or her routines, in which, in that way, you're going to take a decision in order to accept it or not. Mhm. What is the purpose of this activity? Is to get information and analyze it about the daily routine of other people, of other persons, right? With the element, with the useful element of an election of a new roomie, right? Whether you need to know about daily routines over here, daily routines, and with questions with the auxiliary verb do or does. In this case, does, because you're going to talk about a third person, and numbers of time, first, secondly, after that, finally, etc. Right? And the use of vocabulary to describe activities that people do during the week. And read simple text in English, edit documents in word processor, and record an audio and save the record in the cloud, and to identify the routine of other person, right? What do you want? What do you have to deliver? A Word document, right? What do you have to do it? Finding a roommate, you are going to click here to download the document. In this case, I have it here, and here's it. And there you have it. Activity number 6, finding a roommate. Write 10 questions and 10 answers to know the routine of your possible roommate. For example, we have here, what time does he or she have lunch? Samantha or Pedrito has lunch at 7 o'clock in the morning, for example. Does he or does she exercise regularly? Yes, he does. Yes, she does exercise regularly. Mhm. Does she do exercise? Exercise regularly? Yes. And the main verb is over here, right? This is the main verb. And this is the main verb. Yeah. But remember, we have here what as a question word, but here we just have the auxiliary verb because we don't have any WH question over here, right? And positive answers and negative answers, as it's going to be explained over here, right? Well, for example, how to write questions in English in the simple present tense. If you have the WH question, in this case, this part, what time plus the auxiliary verb. In this case, we are going to use does because we are talking about he or she. And do is not going to be useful in this case because we are talking about a third person, not a singular person in I, second person you, and plurals we, you, and they. Yeah. Plus the subject, no. Plus the subject over here plus the verb. The main verb. The main verb over here, right? And that's it. I have done it in colors for you to recognize it, to recognize the structure, each step you have to follow. If you have WH question, which are WH questions? These are WH questions, right? WH questions. Who, what, where, when, and why. And how much, and how many. Yes? And who, whose, where, when, what, why. Yes, those are WH questions, right? Which, for example. Yeah? And what else? Over here, no. Over here, sorry. But if you don't have any WH question, you're going to start with the auxiliary verb. Yes, does. Then the subject plus main verb. Simple form. Main verb in simple form. What does it mean? Does she do exercise? Does she do exercise? In this case, you have here regularly. Does, subject, he or she, and main verb in simple form, do. Yes? What time does he have lunch? A question and an answer. She or Juanita, Pedrito, Lupita, etc. has lunch, third person rules, right? Verb rules. And here, does he do exercise regularly? Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. He doesn't do exercise regularly. Yes, main verb, do. Do over here. Yeah? Sorry? And to talk about other things, you have to use over here. Sorry. Forget it. Right? This is it. This is what you have to do. Right? I don't know if you have any questions, guys. If you are having difficulties with this part, take a look on the verb groups in third person singular nouns over here. This is very nice picture. Okay, this is very nice. This is the verb rules that only applies for present simple tense. Yes, present simple tense. This is good too. Yes. Let me check if the tools that are size grande, right? Grande or big. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My goodness. This is Chinese, I think. Sorry, guys. Over here, every side, medium. Let's let's make. Let's look for medium. Okay, medium. It's okay. Medium is okay. Okay, for example, here. Rules for third person singular, he, she, in present simple tense. In general, so most of the words of the verbs we add an s at the end. Verbs that end in y plus consonant, consonant plus y, sorry, we change the y into ies. And the verbs ending in o, sh, ch, x, and double s. And x and double s, for example, go, goes, wash, washes, watch, watches, mix, mixes, and kiss, kisses, right? For example, you have to do it in this way, right? What time does Samantha have lunch? In here, in the answer, Samantha, for example, Pedrito has lunch at 7 in the morning. These are affirmative forms, right? That's why I'm asking you to do this. Okay, why has? Because has is it's an irregular verb and it has its own rules. But for example, if you were asking another question like, I don't know, does she drink alcohol regularly? We need to know, right? Does she drink alcohol regularly? If said yes, yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't drink alcohol regularly, right? Doesn't drink alcohol. Oh my god, my god, alcohol regularly. Oh my goodness, what's happening? It's missing an L here, right? You notice this? Drink. Yes, yes, she does. She drinks. She drinks alcohol regularly, and this is what I'm telling you, right? This part, drinks. Affirmative form, negative form. Affirmative form, change the verb rule, and the verb rule is here, right? These are the verb rules. Negative form doesn't change the verb. The verb doesn't change. Yes, easy. And that's it, guys. That's what you have to do in the activity. Yes, over here. Question and answer, question and answer, question and answer, question and answer, right? You have to use present simple tense. Yes, you have to use does, what, where, when, why. Yes, question words and the answers in English, of course. After you finish completing the chart, write 5 sentences where you explain the routine of possible roommate. Remember that you will use the structure of third person and the use of address of time. For example, first, after, then, and finally, right? For example, this is my possible new roommate, Samantha, and this is her routine. First, she gets up, etc., etc., etc. Or you can use this part. This is Samantha's daily routine, and this is her routine. This is her daily routine, or this is his daily routine. For men, for women, for women and for men, right? For her, for his, para ellas y para ellos, right? That's it. That's it, what you have to do. No problem. Yeah. After you finish, you're going to you read aloud questions and answers and explain your possible roommate's daily routine. And record an audio, consider that your record of your audio lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds as max. So you have to save your file in the cloud and copy the link and paste it over here on your document. Yes? Over here, you have to paste it. And that's it. That's what you have to do. Then you're going to name your activity as last name underscore, this is underscore, el guión bajo underscore, and your name. Don't forget to do that because on the rubric there is. It includes everything in the rubric, yes or not. Yeah, over here. Efficiently technology the document processor in text downloadable with information asked. Attend the 100% of the instructions to elaborate the product. Atiende al 100%. Si no tiene esto, baja su calificación. And that's it, guys. That's it, what you have to do. And you send it to the platform, right? Then you have the learning forum in which you are going to exchange information about likes or dislikes, abilities, and activities that you do during the week in your daily routine, and things that you are able to do or what can you do. Yes, over here you're going to participate. Yes, here is where you can share your information, right? Probably you can use this information in order to answer the forum, the learning forum of this week, right? What do you like? What do you dislike? What can you do? And what do you do during the week, right? Try to ask and answer questions related to this. Remember that the learning forum is not evaluated during these 3 weeks, but it has a grade at the end of your final grade. Yeah, that's why I ask you to participate a lot, right? Here are some examples of participations, right? Those are nice. I like candies and chocolate. Two, a hamburger, also a hamburger. Hamburgers, oh my goodness, I'm hungry too. I'm hungry now, right? So we will finish the session, right? We will finish it because it's time to go, right? And I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And that's it, guys. Yeah. Oh, remember that there's a tool in, oh my goodness, over here. Here is a tool which you can use it to record your audios. If you don't have a cell phone, smartphone, if you don't have laptop, if you don't have a tablet, if you don't have personal computer PC, yes, here is an amazing tool to record an audio, right? And also there's a tutorial in YouTube which shows you how to use Buckaroo online recorder, voice recorder, right? Don't forget to use it. Don't forget to use it. Nowadays, technology helps us a lot in order to complete with everything we ask it to complete with, right? And the only thing that you need here is a double flash player. Yes, but I have blocked this part because my Chrome is not working properly with this flash player block. Yeah. And that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you. I'm going to stop sharing, and that's it. And that's it. So I appreciate your time here, and please, guys, try to send the activities as maximum Friday, please, on Fridays. Don't do it Sunday night. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're not going to receive a correct information. Probably you're wrong, and you can't correct the information that is missing in your activity, right? So for that reason, so be on time on your activities, right? If you want to, if you want me to open an activity that you ain't do it in the last 2 weeks, you can ask me via message in the platform of Prep en Línea online, right? Ask me, teacher, would you mind to open activity number 1 or number 2 or number 3? But everything you can do, you have to ask me in English, please, in English. It's a must. It's not a have to. It's not a needed. It's a must, right? So thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for your time. I appreciate everything. I send you hugs from the capital state of Hidalgo, from La Villarosa, from Pachuca and Soto Hidalgo, right? And don't forget to share in social networks, hashtag Salvemos Prep en Línea SEP, and support your studies, support your facilitators, and support your tutors and supervisors too, and support Prep en Línea, please. So see you. Have a nice afternoon and have a nice week as well. Right? Thank you. Behave bad. No, behave good, and never. Don't forget to smile and smile every single day. And don't forget to and never say I can't. Never say I can't. Always is I can. I can do that. I can do this. I can do everything I can. Right? Bye. See you next time. See you next week.